Hello everyone, and welcome to this masterclass on large language models and conversational AI, specifically covering the Google BARD and ChatGPT 3.5 and 4. This course will teach you what conversational AI is all about, what are the best techniques for prompt engineering, and how to generate content and code efficiently and with utmost productivity using these powerful large language models. What we will cover in this course will start with a basic coverage of what is the essential difference between conversational AI and a search engine. While one performs information retrieval and expects input and output in a very specific format, the conversational AI will allow us to interact in a human-like fashion and converse with the bot or the model to extract the answers to very specific personalized questions that we're looking forward to. Next, we'll cover some of the most basic techniques of prompting to give you a basic idea and flavor of what prompting is all about, such as text summarization, information extraction from different text, question answering in a specific sort of medium and construct, text classification, whether something is positive, negative, it's funny or aggressive, a conversation. ChatGPT or BARD can have human-like conversations with us about any topic, whether it's related to personal or professional. Code generation, when we'll ask specific prompts to write code for us for data analysis and web application development. And lastly, critical reasoning, where we'll address different issues with these large language models when it comes to critical reasoning and compare and contrast their findings. Next section will cover the anatomy of a prompt. This will start with the basic introduction of what are the main pillars that you need to think about when you're building your prompts, such as having clear and concise instructions, providing a specific context, specifying an audience, specifying an input data source or providing the input data by copy pasting it, providing instructions on what type of output data I want, whether it's in a specific format or in a specific tone or a language or in a specific programming language. So all these things will be covered in this section. Next, we'll talk about some of the tips that you need to keep in mind when designing a prompt. We'll talk about why it is important to keep it simple, start simple, work from a basic prompt and create an iterative process through it. We'll learn how to provide precise instructions to the prompt and avoid contradictions, make it specific, make it very precise and avoid impreciseness, and what are the things that we can ask GPT and BARD to do and what are the things that we cannot ask the model really to do for us. So that's what this section is about. We'll go through some of the tips and tricks on how to optimize the output that you're getting from these prompts, and this is all based on a specific research paper that I will cite in the course. Advanced prompting techniques. Now we're diving into the OpenAI documentation itself, where they talk about different techniques of prompting, such as zero-shot prompting, few-shot prompting, logical step-by-step prompting, and then lastly we'll cover the knowledge-based prompting technique. Then we'll take a different look and we'll start thinking about training the model and working with input data. BARD, specifically BARD, is very good when it comes to working with live data, whether it's extracting data from YouTube or it is data from a specific URL link from the website, such as Wikipedia, whether you're searching for latest news from CNN and BBC or Twitter, or if you want to work with finance data from, let's say, Yahoo Finance and extract stock prices, or just random URLs on the internet. BARD will do a tremendously really good job. Bing does a decent job as well. OpenAI plugins can help us do the same thing. So in this section, we'll cover what are the different sources of text and data available that we can extract from the internet and feed into the model to generate output based on our personal requirements, and how we can train the model to do so. Next, we'll talk about generating code and debugging. We'll do a basic analysis of some code for a financial data analysis project, where we'll extract the stock prices and plot a graph for those stocks and see how their historical performance have changed over a certain period of time. Secondly, we'll build a web application, a browser-based web application using the Flask library in Python, where we'll create a very simple basic word counter website, where you can add a bunch of copy paste a bunch of text, click a button, and it will tell you how many words that text is. A very simple code that we can do in less than 30 minutes by using the power of these tools. Lastly, I've added a small bonus section of a couple of minutes lecture where I talk about image generation with Bing. Bing is a free tool which has an image generator available, and you can use it for generating images of various different sorts, from logos for your companies, for web designing, for mobile application design, to specifically good photographs, realistic photographs related to food photography or animal photography. So that's the last thing that I'll cover before we wrap up the course. One more thing I want to show you is that I have added a 2000 prompts repository. And in the next lecture, I'll give you a quick walkthrough of what are these 2000 prompts that I've gathered, what sections, different sections I've divided to, and how can you use them to increase your productivity when it comes to working with large language models.